Hey everybody, I'm back again, and here we are, half quarter into 2021, and by now everyone's back, ready in the swing of things. It's New Year is for next year, and by now we're back in events, travel, meetings. Right? We still don't do that. So I remember when this is the time of year that we would be in sales kickoffs and events and meetings and offices, but I'm still locked in my virtual office, cell, or whatever you want to call it. My whole family's here. You can probably hear them stomping right above me right now. And we run a grade 2 class, a kindergarten class, and a successful real estate business. We love our families. But come on, I want to go to work. And we used to get out and visit people and have a work life and a social life. My work life, I felt like a lot of time was my social life. So it was always a bit of both. Even going to conferences. Conferences used to be something I love, and now it's really a throwback to the early 90s, when chat rooms were cool, right? I feel like with all the tech we have now, conferences should not be the thing that suffers. And why are people impressed by downloading a doc or a chat room? My 5-year-old can video chat, and she doesn't even need my help to do it. And this is all done without any adult interaction. She's 5. So we found a software that can create that virtual conference. Now, I'm not saying that I've been to one of these or we're good at doing this, but there's different options out there, and something that can simulate a real conference and maybe give you a character and avatar. Well, you know what? I'm back with the dream team, and we're going to show you how to do that. So I'm bringing all these guys in again here. So let's add in Bowden. Oh, Bowden's double. We'll grab him later. Corey and Mike Abatoy. Back with the dream team. So what we're doing today, too, is we're going to review. Well, actually, Bowden, why don't you take it away? Why don't you tell us where we're going?
Sure. So, we've done a lot of virtual conferences, a lot of virtual events. I think we wanted to talk first about kind of the pros and cons that we've had and the kind of the differences we've seen in attending these events. I think we kind of lump them into two groups. One being kind of the boiling down to the essence of what you get at an event, which is, the learning, the ability to find out more about solution set or issues maybe your customers are having. And then the other group, which would be kind of, trying to recreate the experience of an in-person event, running into people, learning about things that you can only do if you maybe pass by something that you found interesting. So, Corey, maybe do you have any examples of maybe that first grouping where it's more based on learning?
Yeah, I think, the Zoom platforms and a lot of other, digital technologies allow for that, where it's just a one-to-many and it's just a one-way directional flow of information, which is great. I think what we're trying to allude to is that, conferences were more than just a one-way direction of information, right? It was an exchange between many groups of people, and the platforms out there today are just awful. Meaning,
okay, whoa. Listen, I'm not calling anybody awful. However, there's other options. I'm going to be Switzerland every single time, and I'm going to dial us in. I would say that there's different options to do that. And if you want to simulate a virtual conference and call it a virtual conference, I think there's one way to do it. And I would say, in my opinion, there's a few criteria that I would say have to hit that. There's some that go as far as, we're trying our best to connect people and make sure we're giving them the information. Kind of like, I think, Corey, is what you guys were alluding to is, like, I know F5 did their virtual agility. We didn't have a conference stage or room or anything like that, but we had the virtual training that we wanted to provide. And I think we did. I was part of that, and I helped with some of that, and I thought we did a good job of it. But who am I? I'll let you guys go into it too. But I would say this is not a negative. There's not a yes, this is conference, and this is not. I feel like there's different levels that we want to get to.
Well, yeah, maybe we should explain. Mike, I know you were talking about some virtual conferences that you've been in, the kind of the struggles, and Matt kind of alluded to the 90s. Do you want to talk about those?
To the 90s?
Well, the 90s.
When we were back in the 90s. Oh man, I think you were allowed to smoke in those conference rooms. So it was not good. I think you guys are nailing it though, right? Like, it was all about the sharing of ideas and the sharing of principles and all that stuff, and you lose that in a virtual environment. And I think where this is headed is there are options out there that help you get a little bit more connected with each other than maybe these Zoom calls. We're over the funny backgrounds. We're over all that stuff. It was fun a year ago, but now we need more. Give us more.
Right. And I would say that this group is kind of forward thinking, maybe on the edge of emerging technology. So this is a great place for our customers and partners to listen to us and find out what's going on, what the future is going to be. Maybe not something that you're going to implement tomorrow, but I think we have a great solution here that you're going to see definitely in the near future, especially as things like Texas happens, right? That's a lot of people stuck at home, and maybe they had plans if it wasn't for COVID that they'd be going to conferences. But
so Marcus would be here, except for he's frozen. Yes. So he couldn't. We're unthawing Marcus, so he'll be out with us next time. But hey, Bowden, why don't I jump into sharing?
Please.
Your avatar. So we'll start from there.
Right.
So tell us where we are and what's happening here.
Yeah, definitely. This is called Verbella, and this is a virtual conference / meeting / user forum. And what really makes this different is a lot of different things. But right from the start, you notice you have an avatar. It's not a chat room. So you have someone that actually represents you, and that's going to enable you to do a lot of different things. To start off with, you're going to make this avatar, and you're going to be able to customize them from the tie to your top to your bottoms to your hair, all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then
you can tell this is day one of this virtual conference, though.
Still have a tie
really
on.
Awake. He's really awake, not hungover. Like, this is day one of the conference. He's taking out clothes, they're ironed.
Some things to keep in mind as this is loading up, and it's kind of a barrier to entry, is you do have to download the program, which is a lot to ask for, especially in the Fed space. Commercial, I think this is a great tool. But as far as federal, you have to go through all those. And so you can even hear people talking.
I was like, okay, so that's cool. This is so cool. This is one of the things I think is awesome. I was just about to get annoyed. I'm like, oh, whose stupid volume's going in the back? But it's not. It's the conference. We can hear other people talking at the conference you're at.
So I can see Corey right there to my right. Corey, if you want to go to a table and talk.
Yeah, sure. I think that'd be great.
So as you pass people, you actually hear them talking. And as you go away, they'll become quieter and end up not hearing them at all. But if you want to have a personal conversation where you don't want anyone that just walks by to hear, you can actually just sit down at a desk. So
is that Corey that went and sat at the desk?
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Looking at Corey. I'm going to turn off my...
I'm going to say, Bowden, yours looked a lot like you, but I guess they really don't have contemporary hairstyles because, Corey, I don't know what they did to you, but your hair looks way better in person than it does in there. So X number one, hairstyles maybe, but still awesome. Go ahead.
So you're maybe probably this like is the hairstyle that Corey wanted. Maybe he wanted that hairstyle. This is virtual Corey.
This is like the Corey in the Matrix. Got it. Sorry, I didn't realize. I won't make those comments again.
So you're probably thinking like, well, I guess that's kind of cool. You can walk by people, but how does that relate to a real conference? How does that mimic that? So Corey, if you want to go to the Expo Hall.
Yeah.
And just like that.
Technical difficulties here. Yeah.
It's a lot easier than walking across Vegas.
Which is always something people are looking for. Can I just get to the next room? And just like that.
Yeah, where's the casino?
Oh, that's coming.
I don't have to walk 5 miles to get to the lobby.
Wait. Bowden, are you not going to go meet Corey?
It's saying not responding, so just bear with me for a second.
You know what? This is my favorite. This is real life here. This is really walking through a virtual conference.
Well, we have to do it.
And now we lost.
But you were on mute, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There, so there is some still like we will not be done with that same old virtual conference. You'll still be on mute and have to unmute yourself, which none of us can figure out. I've been doing this every day for almost a year, and I still have mute problems. Oh, we
Yeah,
lost it.
sharing for a
Corey, why don't you share? Can you share yours or no?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, put yours in and I'll bring it into the session.
Let's see. Is it going to share my entire screen? Let's see here.
You can select just the application.
I can? Great.
All right, cool. So I running your microphone, your video, and everything too. This is like real live here. Those running software and doing all this stuff on your computer at the same time could cause computer issues.
Yeah, you have to consider that we are streaming right now, and I'm trying to run this application. So
Yeah.
You seem like you're defending your internet service provider quite a bit.
I have no issues with Xfinity.
The dial-up is really starting to show now.
So Matt, I think I'm going to have to, I won't be able to share my screen. I've got to restart the app if I want to share the screen with this app.
Oh, really?
Okay, I'm almost.
I'm on a Mac.
Well, this is the beauty of the live demo Gremlins, and anyone who's ever given a live demo has probably lived or been through this too. So let's talk about kind of aside from the fact is Corey was on his way to an Expo Hall when Bowden dropped out. Oh, here we go. Corey's sharing this now.
There we go. Figure it out.
Corey, you're now in the Expo Hall. Well, this is a beautiful Expo Hall, by the way.
Well, wait till I actually get inside with all the booths.
Oh, this is just the foyer. All right, cool. Oh, I used to work for that company logo.
Yep.
Yeah. So as you can see, you can literally set up a booth like you would in real life. You can have people come through, customers, partners come through and look at your banners. You can load logos. All those screens are actually able for you to manipulate. So you can put material on there.
Right. So interactive material too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so just like you would at a booth, if you wanted to have a screen, with a proof of concept, or you wanted some materials that were online, the presenter can control that monitor and, jump to different websites or post a video or, screen share a live, proof of concept.
You may not know the answer, but a quick question for you. Can you download the material to like your desktop as if you're taking that piece of paper that everyone loves to take from the booth? Can you download it directly to your website or your desktop? Nice.
Yeah. So that will literally, you might have to have a web page to do that, but I'm sure if it's one page or something, you can just load that up as long as there's a landing page to it.
What about tchotchkes or giveaways?
Yeah, there is a ability. Again, it's through the internet, so you'd have to create something, but.
So you can virtually buy people a car, like a
you want to
coffee.
go check out the rest of the conference, and you want to walk around. If you see those blue boxes, it'll alert you when someone walks into that blue box and tell you, "Hey, you better get back to your expo display because someone a customer or partner just walked by and wants to check it out or learn more about what you're doing."
Oh, can you walk
jump
into
there
one?
immediately? But they don't own the booth, but you can jump there immediately then. So like say you're out at that table in the little, whatever you want to call it there, little park, and you guys were chatting and you get the alert, you can just automatically do like a drop down and jump right into the expo? Or you don't have to not physically, but virtually walk there, right?
I think you
right. You can, there's quick ways to jump to different places. For example,
there's Bowden.
This is a very busy conference.
Can you interact with each other?
Yeah. So I think, Bowden mentioned earlier that, dialogue, just like at a real conference, will turn up and fade out as you move closer or away from a person. So there's that auditory type of interaction, as well as, they've integrated things like handshakes, and you'll see Bowden doing different dance moves.
Yeah, this is totally legit. Like I do that at conferences all the time.
Since we also have you live, Bowden, can you mimic that dance?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little hoedown. Perfect. Nice.
Wait. Are you wearing pants?
I am.
Clearly he was.
Today's Wednesday.
Clearly he was.
Oh my God. Where did this show just go to?
To the internet.
And then there's some fun things we can do too, Corey. If you want to head to the boat. say if you want to have a kind of a romantic or maybe just very personal meeting with some views.
Oh my God. This is why we have Bowden on here, because he takes it to that place that no one wants to go.
What
Every
conference? This is the OK Cupid conference. You want that romantic boat outing.
Yeah, like, I'm just going to not even comment anymore on this. Okay, where's the boat? Why does Corey run everywhere? Are you nervous about something, Corey?
You gotta make sure my avatar's in shape, man.
I'm
Let me tell
under
you-
6, Corey.
I
Being
just
a-
wanted to show the vastness of this campus.
Just to let you know, I'm a bigger guy who does not run, and round is a shape as well. So I don't care what your in shape is. Round is a
Don't
shape.
take off from right there.
Oh. So this is your boat, Corey? Or is this a conference boat you've relegated?
It's a boat for everyone. There we go. Bones in.
It's a community boat.
Community boat, just ripping. Are there
indestructible boat here?
Apparently. Yeah,
So
that
now
probably,
you can host a
have
virtual
conversation,
concert.
We can drive away from everyone.
It looks like there was like a little virtual concert place on the beach.
Yeah. So you can have just like you would do a Zoom virtual conference or like an Airbnb experience. You could do that here, obviously with more people. That's kind of a not an accelerator, but a amplifier of things that you would be able to do through a Zoom.
right.
And so some of the license options they have, like maybe you're a smaller company and you don't want to have a in-person office, but you want to have still some type of office feel. You can actually buy a office, so you have some meeting rooms, some tables. You can
I
even
can show that
have.
too.
Yeah, let's see that.
Oh, after it pops me out of the boat.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and. So
this was a really cool concept.
Right.
Yeah. So you'll see here, you can kind of set up different conference room setups. And so little team rooms where you can customize like that logo back there. I can change to any logo, company logo. You can kind of control who comes in and out of the meeting. Again, these are all connected to the web. So these walls, they're browsers that I can change and upload to websites, or I can just post PDFs to slide through. I can even connect this to my own video camera if you're looking for more of that face-to-face type interaction in this meeting environment.
I'm assuming whiteboard capabilities and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't know actually.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can get access to the whiteboard through the internet, you can access it.
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, I have a question too. What about, you said something about training room as well?
Yeah, if you want to go to what room is that, Corey? The
The auditorium.
classroom. And then we'll do, I think, auditorium.
Yeah, I can
and we
get there.
wrap it up. Some other licensing options. Obviously, this big conference probably not ideal for everyone, but there are smaller things like this auditorium. Maybe you want to do some training to your customers. And what's great about this is if you can see that the desks are sitting there, your customers can sit there and access the internet and interact with the internet like they would do with any other training. And then you can actually see what they're doing on their screen. So just like in person, again, this the whole point of this is to mimic an in-person event, right? So they would be sitting there working on whatever lab that they have. And instead of them trying to explain it over Zoom of where they're at or maybe sharing their screen, you'd actually just be watching them as they're going.
And that screen in the bottom right corner is their screen. And if you walk to another desk, you can see that whoever's screen next.
And you can magnify that you see on.
And what can you put on that screen? Only a browser or something that person can interact with?
Well,
Browser, PDF, logo, diagrams.
So if we're doing if we're running an actual lab, could you do a lab through that?
Correct.
Wow. That is super cool. Like I automatically think of like F5 stuff, obviously, but I've been on lots of different conferences, virtual conferences, and none of them have had anything like this. No, not meeting room. I guess you kind of have your meeting room in like the standard virtual conferences, but nothing like that with an avatar and all this kind of stuff. I guess by having that avatar gives you the like human, makes you identify with some sort of virtual human too. I don't know. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and then I think the last thing we want to cover is auditorium, where you can do keynote speaking. And this is also great. You know, there's no way of a keynote right now. You know, after most keynotes at conferences, you have that line of people waiting to speak with the keynote speaker. And there's no way to do that virtually until now. As Corey walks up to it. So
Run.
Corey runs up.
Gotta run.
yeah.
Corey runs everywhere. So you would be also looking out to a crowd of people if there was actually people in here?
Yes.
And can you interact with those people in the audience?
Yeah, you can call on them. You can direct your question towards a certain person. Someone can raise their hand.
You can mute the crowd.
You can mute the crowd. Can the crowd like heckle?
Yeah. Do they get
they wanted
fruit
to.
and stuff to throw?
The fruit is extra, but it is available.
Okay, that's an
Okay.
additional license.
So this is super cool. There is so we kind of hit our we try to keep these under 20 minutes and we're over that. But I was like, we got to let it go because this is pretty cool. And I think we're just touching the tip of the iceberg here with this. So I would say the virtual, one of the things that every virtual conference I went to, they have some sort of lobby or main room, but you can't walk through it and you can't hear chitter chatter around you or walk by people or interact with people in the lobby. You can see a list of people who are different places, but that's it. And you can chat with them. Again, I flip back to that's 1990s technology where we talk about chat rooms. And they were cool then too. When I was like, I'm as into dogs and I'm like, I like dogs. And other people in the chat room were like, pets are fun. But I think we're past that. We should have something like this. So anyways, visual representation. I think if there's not some sort of, well, what are you doing to the room? It looks like the room's coming in on you there.
You can
Well, sometimes you don't want to have this sense of emptiness. You can change the auditorium size.
Wow, that would be so good for so many talks I've given.
Yeah, I would only need the front row, the middle two seats.
The other thing I'm sure speakers wish they had was this click to turn on forced seating. Get everyone to sit down instead of just kind of sitting in the aisleways and walking about.
Can you pad the audience? So, if there's only 4 people in your talk, can you make it look like there's 100 people in your talk?
Great clones. There's also games to play. Online casino. So
okay, wait. Let's not ruin this for the next person who actually wants to get a demo of Umbrella. I would say there's cool things. And you guys can stop me or say different, but I'd say my top 3 things are avatar, having a person that I can be interactive with, being able to actually walk into a booth and someone to reach out or connect to me. I would say are important, and some sort of that visual connection component. I would say for me personally, I think if I worked in operations and people were, but I think everyone in most organizations give that free reign to install stuff. But I still think the installing something on a computer might be an issue for half the people.
Right. I do think another plus is that obviously Zooms are great or video conferences are great, but having just an avatar where you don't have to necessarily get ready. If things are going crazy around your house, you don't have to be in a secluded room. You kind of do everything without worrying about all that stuff that we generally do on a Zoom call.
Or like Bowden right now where he's not wearing pants and people ask him to dance. He can dance with his avatar.
No shame.
No shame.
He was wearing pants. It's fine.
I like
this the dialogue. I was wearing no pants, right?
This is a family podcast. He's fine.
All right, I'm into that. So I have one other thing, and I don't know if you guys have a link to it. We want to share a link. I'll throw that. We do have Fed Symposium coming up. I've never been. This will be my first Fed Symposium that I'm going to attend online. Bowden, you've been to that before, right?
Yes, it is awesome. We'll be going over adaptive applications, securing applications, modern applications. Basically, where F5's headed, our strategy, our vision into Fed, and how it kind of fits in with what is going on in the federal IT environment right now.
Okay, and so we have a link where people can sign up right now.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to include that. I will put that after the fact here after we finish our live. I'll throw that into the notes so you can go in and check that out. We'll put a link into Vibrella. Is it Vibrella or Vibrella?
Verbella?
Verbella. I'll put a link to Verbella so you don't have to say it. You can just click it. Yeah. And you guys can check that out for you. And like I said, there's different ways
for customers and partners. So we're not asking you to pay for learning about our solution.
The Symposium, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Symposium's free. Now, I thought you were talking about Verbella.
Yeah.
No, Virbella does cost money for sure.
Yeah.
Except what we were doing, that was free.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So Symposium's free for customers and partners to sign up. We talk about all kinds of F5 stuff at that. Put a link in the notes. A link to Vibrella because I thought it was cool. If nothing else, I think we had a good time kind of running around, chasing each other and trying to get in the boat. I think there was a soccer game the last time we did this too. But anyways.
If you guys liked the content last time more, please let us know in the comment section. Smash that subscribe. Smash the subscribe.
Like and subscribe down below. Am I doing the YouTube thing right? Like,
yeah, you guys are pretty good YouTubers. This is why I keep having them back.
No big deal. I've had like 4 views, so like I'm kind of a pro.
We had 35.
And if you guys want to see Mr. Millions in the next one, let me know.
Okay, I'm popping us all right now.
Nope. Yes.
We've gone too far now. Thanks, everybody. There'll be more where this came from.